fam? This is Megan Bold, aka Childhood Vegan Serum. And this is a video I've actually been wanting to make for quite some time. So I've been in Korea for 8 years, which means I've made my fair share of mistakes and had my fair share of times where I looked really stupid because there was something that I did not know. So I thought I would save you the trouble of making those mistakes and just let you know some things that I've learned about Korea and how to live a little bit more easily here. It's time for Korea life hacks. So the first one, in Korea, most of the places, especially apartments, instead of having like keys, they have the electronic keypads, right? My biggest fear was that that battery was gonna run out, girl. So let me tell you what happened. Back when I used to live in Songtan with Heather, I was coming home, hey, and then I went boop, nothing happened. And I went boop, and then it was like deet, 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 and I was like, is the battery gone? How are we gonna get into the house? So I was like, oh, why don't I go to the real estate office for our apartment complex? And I went there and I was like, oh my God, the battery's dead. And the woman was like, calm down, girl. She said, let's go to the convenience store and buy a 9-volt battery. I was like, a 9-volt battery? What's that gonna do? So we went to the convenience store, we bought a 9-volt battery. So you can actually take a 9-volt battery and there's always a place where you can stick it and it'll give you enough juice to use it and open the door. And I was like, oh my God, I had no idea. Take them all out so you know we ain't lying. One good thing about having long nails, you put the 9-volt battery here. Hello? I gotta get it right. Come on. Do I have to put it up or down?
You go real push it against it.
Oh. I don't know the code, so I can't do it, but you type in the code and it'll open for you. Isn't that nice? In Korea, you know that we have floor heating, right? And how it heats the floor, it takes water, heats up the water, and then the heated water runs under your house, and that's how you keep it warm. So in the winter, those bills, honey, be quite high. So back when I was living by myself, and even now, when you're gone from the house, you don't want to leave the floor heating on all day, like when you're at work, because it's like just wasting money. But when you get home and you freshly turn on the ondol, it takes about 2 hours before it fully heats up. So you don't want to be cold when you get home. So one day I was kind of late for work, so I just threw the blankets off my bed and they fell onto the floor. Turned off the floor heating, went to work, came back home, and then I picked up the blankets and I was like, it's really warm up under here. So what I started doing was putting my blankets on the floor when I turned it off, so that way when I get back from work, got a nice warm place, you can just kind of chill until your house warms up. Because sometimes in the Korean winters, girl, it just be so cold. And another thing that I realized to help save money during the winter, in Korea they have something called 온수매, hot water like mattress for your bed. What it is there's this little machine that kind of looks like a glorified toaster. And so when you turn it on, you just fill it up with water. It'll heat up the water and push it through the mattress of your bed. So that way you're not having to heat up the whole house and keep the whole house warm. The one that we have, because it's for like a queen size bed, is there's 2 different sides. So if Moon wants to be warmer than I do on his side, then you could adjust the temperatures like that. It's pretty awesome. And yes, I like to wear leopard pajamas. Don't even tell me that I don't look fly in those leopard PJs.
This ain't a prank. I have you waving the flag. Could say I'm all in my bag, getting my bags. Never see me getting bagged by the police sitting in the back. Only if it's with a drag. I tell these shorties relax.
So let's talk about Korean convenience stores. So Korean convenience stores are very convenient. They actually have really nice like food options as well. They have like toshirak, which are like kind of Korean lunchbox kind of things. They actually even have a lot of plant-based stuff. Like you can always get sweet potatoes, some type of fruit, so many different types of soy milk. Like coming to film this video, I was like, they got a new green tea soy milk now. Yum, 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 yum. Delicioso. But during lunchtime, all of the good toshirak or all of the good kimbap or whatever, they get out. There's never anything good left after lunch. So recently, all of the convenience stores in Korea launched apps where you can pre-order food that you want to have at the convenience store when you get there. So let's say there's a particular thing that you like. I love the yubu chobap, which is like this kind of fried tofu skin, and inside they put rice and they put like sesame seeds. I don't eat it that often because the tofu part is fried. Try to stay away from fried stuff, you know, but it's often gone at the convenience store. So let's say you're at work and you know you're gonna want that for lunch. What you can do is you can just pick up the app, order it, pay for it, and then when you go to the convenience store, it'll be like there for you to eat. So speaking of apps This video is sponsored by the Rumble app. If you don't know what Rumble is, it is actually a free video creating app where you can share videos in a very creative and unique way. It has a lot of features that other apps don't have. So one of the unique features of this app is that you can actually host a channel. So I'm actually hosting a channel called Good Healthy Eats where I show things that I ate. One thing that's really fun is that you can actually respond to someone else's video or post with a video of your own. There are actually no posted comments, only video replies. So that weeds out like trolls and people who want to send negative, hateful speech. And it's also very similar to Patreon in that once you post at least 21 videos, then your subscribers can support you by sending you payments and subscribe to you in that way. So become a Rumbler today by clicking the download in the description box. This next one is medically related. As of, I think last year or the year before last, every foreign person who was registered to stay here long term, like not a tourist, has to be signed up for the Korean national insurance. One of the perks about that, which is something I did not know, was that they cover a lot of stuff that we typically have to pay for in America. So for example, they even pay for you to get your wisdom teeth out. So if you're coming like as a teacher or something and you're still young and you haven't gotten your wisdom teeth out, you could just come here and get them out. Everybody's required to have that national insurance now, so you might as well get the most out of it. It's actually something that I used to experience a lot when I first came to Korea when I was a teacher back when I lived in Anya. And me and my friends would always have problems with this, and that was when you get on the bus, you know you have your card which you put money on, so you can click your card and then get on the bus, or and then get on the subway. When my friends and I would be about to get on that bus, somebody would not have their bus card, or somebody's bus card would not be fully charged. So we would get off of that bus, we would go to the convenience store, and they would recharge their card. Little did I know is that actually when you're taking the bus, you can actually pay for multiple people. All you have to do is tell the bus driver, for example, if you're paying for 2 people, you can say 두 명이요. Literally just saying 2 people. And then he will click the computer and tell you to click your card. You click it and boom, you've paid for 2 people. One great thing about Korea is that when you get food delivered, you don't actually have to be in a house. In Korea, you can get delivered anywhere. I was out with my friends at Olympic Park. We were just hanging out under a tree, having like a picnic, playing games and stuff. And they were like, let's order food. And I was like, but we're not in a house. And they were like, girl, it don't matter. You can call them and tell them where you are. So literally, my Korean friends are on their phone being like, okay, you know that statue in the park? If you go past like 5 trees, we're over here on the left. And they literally came and found us under our tree and delivered that food to us. And it was pretty freaking awesome. A lot of people get stuff delivered at Han River because Han River is like a popular place to just go and chill at night. So you'll see a lot of people ordering like fried chicken and like beer and stuff like out by the river at night. You can get food delivered to you anywhere, and it's awesome. Another good tip, actually my friend Lisa told me about this one. Every pharmacy that you go into in Korea, and there are literally pharmacies on every corner, they have a water filter machine. Because when people go to the pharmacy in Korea, a lot of people are on the go, so they need to be able to have their medicine now. They just want to take their medicine with water. So there's always a water machine in every pharmacy. So one summer when I was with Lisa, she was like, oh wait, I want to get some water. I was like, okay. I was thinking we were going to go to the convenience store and she was going to buy a bottle of water, which is what I would have done. And we went into a pharmacy and I was like, Lisa, they don't sell bottles of water at the pharmacy. And she was like, girl, just fill up your bottle of water at the water machine because it's free. And I was like, oh. And it cuts down on plastic, which is awesome. Now, one thing that's really confusing is when you come to Korea, the trash has to be separated out. Even your food trash has to be thrown away separately from other trash. And so it used to be so annoying because you have to buy these food trash bags and you leave it on the counter and it starts smelling up and everything, and there's no garbage disposal. So what you can, you throw in the toilet. Let's keep it real. I throw lots of stuff in the toilet. But one thing that the teachers at my school that I used to work at years ago told me, Megan, just put it in the freezer. That way, it doesn't smell up and the bacteria don't grow. And I noticed that that helps a lot. Under the sink of Korean homes that run on Ondor, you'll see is that there's these little like knobbies where you can turn on and off like water from certain places of the house. I was like, what is that? I don't know what that is. I have no idea. Well, after I got married and Moon moved in, he informed me that those are how you turn off the floor heating in certain rooms or not. Because usually in Korea, you turn on the floor heating and then the whole house just gets warm. So every place of the house is always warm and it's really expensive. But you can pick and choose what rooms you want. So for us, like we don't use our guest room. So we have that turned off unless somebody's coming over. So that's another good way you can save money. Like let's say at night, you only want to heat up your bedroom instead of having the whole house heated up. So just so you know, those knobbies for specific rooms. So this next one actually saves you a lot of time at the airport, and that is when you are going to and from Korea, like if you live here, if you're a resident, because when you go through immigration, it takes quite a while. And actually the Korean people can actually just go in and click their passport or whatever, but the foreign people have to actually go through and meet with an immigration officer. But if you're someone who is an alien registration card holder, then actually they made it where you can sign up for the fast pass. They have started putting up a sign that says if you are a resident visa holder, like a working type visa or a resident type visa or a marriage visa or something, then you can just click your passport and get right out. But in my experience, that didn't happen for me. I don't know why, but the lady told me that because the pictures that they use are sent from the immigration office, then you might have to actually go and re-sign up and let them scan your face so that they can get a good reading of it. If you try it and it doesn't work, then you probably might have to go to that immigration office inside of the airport at Incheon Airport, and you can actually just go, they'll read your face, sign up your passport, which is what I did. So now I can just go in and out like freely. I'll have the info like down below on how you can get to it. So the next time you're going somewhere in Korea, girl, you can slide in, slide out. So those are the only ones that I could think of today. The moment that camera gets shut off and I leave the studio, I'm probably gonna think of 10 more, in which case I'll just do a part 2, because that's just how things always are. You always think of stuff after the fact. But I hope that was helpful to some of you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video and see more videos, please subscribe to my YouTube page, which is down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, not Snapchat, 'cause I don't use that no more. Follow me on Rumble, that will be down below. Like me on Facebook, and I will see ya.